Our ancestors looked up at the night sky with wonder. They saw stars and planets. Today, we look up and see a new frontier. It's a frontier of opportunity and risk. Space is becoming a chessboard for potential warfare. The increase in anti-satellite weapon tests is alarming. This debris threatens the safety of all spacefaring nations. The future of space hangs in the balance. The dream of space travel is as old as humanity itself, but the journey to make it a reality became entangled with the geopolitical rivalries of the 20th century. The Cold War, a period of intense competition between the United States and the Soviet Union, fueled the initial space race. Both superpowers poured resources into rocket technology and space exploration. Each milestone was a symbolic victory. The launch of Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, by the Soviet Union in 1957, sent shockwaves through the United States. This event ignited a fierce competition. It spurred advancements in science and technology at an unprecedented rate. While the race to space had peaceful aspirations, it was inherently linked to military ambitions. Satellites weren't just scientific marvels, they were tools for espionage and potential platforms for weapons. The Cold War may be over, but its legacy lingers in the space domain. The technologies developed during that era laid the groundwork for today's space capabilities. The lessons learned, both in cooperation and competition, remain relevant as we navigate the complexities of space security in the 21st century. In 2019, the United States established the Space Force as a new branch of the military. This move signaled a growing recognition of space as a warfighting domain. The Space Force is tasked with protecting U.S. interests in space, including its vast network of satellites. The creation of the Space Force was met with mixed reactions. Some saw it as a necessary step to deter aggression and maintain space superiority. Others criticized it as provocative and potentially destabilizing. They argued that it could escalate tensions and fuel an arms race in space. The Space Force's primary mission is to ensure freedom of operation in space. This includes protecting satellites from attack, monitoring space debris, and developing technologies to maintain space situational awareness. The Space Force also plays a role in national security by providing space-based intelligence, navigation, and communication support. As space becomes increasingly contested, the role of the Space Force is likely to expand. Its ability to adapt and evolve will be crucial in maintaining peace and stability in this critical domain. The United States is not alone in recognizing the strategic importance of space. China and Russia, both major spacefaring nations, have been rapidly developing their own space capabilities. This has led to a renewed space race with potentially dangerous implications. China has made significant strides in space exploration and technology. They landed a rover on Mars and have plans for a lunar base. They are also developing anti-satellite weapons and other technologies that could threaten U.S. assets in space. Russia, with its long history in space, has also been modernizing its space program. It has tested anti-satellite weapons and is developing new spacecraft and technologies. Russia's actions in Ukraine have further heightened concerns about its intentions in space. Beyond these major players, other countries are also investing in space capabilities. This proliferation of space technology could make it more difficult to prevent an arms race and manage tensions in space. International cooperation is essential to ensure that space remains a domain for peaceful exploration and cooperation. Section 5. Collateral Damage. The high cost of space conflict. The potential consequences of space conflict are far-reaching and potentially catastrophic. Unlike traditional warfare, which is largely confined to Earth's surface, space conflict could have global and long-lasting effects. One of the most immediate concerns is the destruction of satellites. Satellites are essential for a wide range of civilian and military activities. Destroying satellites could disrupt communication, navigation, financial transactions, and even basic infrastructure. The economic and societal impacts would be severe. Another major concern is the creation of space debris. Anti-satellite weapons tests create thousands of pieces of debris that can remain in orbit for decades or even centuries. This debris poses a significant threat to other satellites and spacecraft, including the International Space Station. Even a small piece of debris can cause catastrophic damage at orbital velocities. Cyber attacks on space systems are another growing threat. Hacking into satellites or ground stations could disrupt their operations, steal sensitive data, or even take control of them entirely. As we become increasingly reliant on space-based technologies, the potential consequences of cyber attacks on space systems will only become more severe. Star Wars, fact, fiction, or future threat? Space-based weapons, once science fiction, are now a serious topic. Their development could escalate space militarization. These weapons could take many forms. Lasers destroying satellites or targets on Earth, kinetic weapons causing impact damage, or even exotic technologies. These weapons have profound global security implications. Proponents argue they deter aggression and maintain superiority. However, many experts warn of the dangers. Opponents fear an arms race in space, making space more dangerous and unpredictable for everyone. Section 7. The Space Lawyers' Treaties and International Cooperation. Establishing clear rules in space is crucial to prevent catastrophic consequences. International cooperation is essential for peaceful exploration. Several treaties provide a framework for space security. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 prohibits weapons of mass destruction in space. New agreements are needed to address emerging threats like anti-satellite weapons and space debris. In 2021, the UN adopted a resolution to ban destructive anti-satellite missile tests. Section 8. Space Sustainability, Keeping the Final Frontier Open. As we venture further into space, it's crucial to consider the long-term sustainability of our actions. Space debris, a growing concern, highlights the need for responsible practices to ensure future generations can explore and benefit from this shared resource. Every satellite launch, every anti-satellite test, every collision in space generates more debris. This debris field, traveling at high speeds, poses a significant threat to operational satellites and future missions. The Kessler syndrome, a scenario where cascading collisions create an impenetrable debris field, is a chilling possibility. Mitigating space debris requires international cooperation and responsible behavior from all spacefaring nations. This includes designing satellites for end-of-life disposal, developing technologies to remove existing debris, and establishing international guidelines for responsible space operations. Beyond debris, the sustainable use of space resources is another crucial consideration. As we explore the moon, asteroids, and beyond, we must develop ethical and sustainable practices for resource extraction to avoid damaging these celestial bodies and jeopardizing future opportunities. Section 9. Ethical Considerations, Weaponizing the Cosmos. The militarization of space raises profound ethical questions that extend beyond strategic and security concerns. As we contemplate extending warfare into this new domain, we must grapple with the moral implications of our actions. Some argue that the weaponization of space is inevitable, a natural progression of human history and technological advancement. However, this deterministic view fails to consider our ethical responsibility to choose a different path. The use of force in any context carries a heavy moral burden. Weaponizing space, a realm often associated with wonder, exploration, and scientific discovery, could irrevocably alter our relationship with the cosmos. It could transform a source of inspiration into a theater of conflict, diminishing the shared human heritage of space exploration. Furthermore, weaponizing space could have unintended consequences for future generations. The long-term environmental impacts of space debris, the potential for an arms race that diverts resources from pressing global challenges, and the risk of escalating conflict to an unmanageable level are ethical considerations we cannot ignore. Section 10. A Call for Peace Diplomacy over Domination. The future of space is not predetermined, it is a choice we make, individually and collectively. While the challenges of space security are real, we must resist the allure of a zero-sum game in which one nation's security comes at the expense of others. Diplomacy, cooperation, and a shared commitment to peaceful coexistence are essential to navigating the complexities of space security. We must engage in open and transparent dialogue, build trust, and establish clear rules of the road to prevent misunderstandings and miscalculations that could lead to conflict. The international community has a responsibility to work together to prevent an arms race in space. This includes strengthening existing treaties, negotiating new agreements to address emerging threats, and fostering a culture of responsible behavior in space. The pursuit of peace in space is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our collective wisdom and foresight. It is a recognition that the challenges we face, from climate change to global pandemics, require global cooperation and a shared commitment to our common humanity. Section 11, The Future of Space, A Shared Destiny. We stand at the cusp of a new era in space exploration, with a profound opportunity to shape its future. The choices we make today will determine whether space becomes a battlefield or a testament to our shared humanity. We can choose a path of diplomacy, cooperation, and peaceful exploration. Imagine a future where space inspires generations. This is the future we must strive for. The destiny of space is in our hands. Let us choose wisely.